to this side. The third thing that number 2 can do, okay? The third thing he can do is he can do this. He can drag across the field. We all know that. And all those guys, all those dudes now, I call it the Hal Mummy rule. All the stuff people do now. But they run all the shallows, all the drags and all that. If I'm a number 2 guy and I get a drag across the field, okay? If I get a drag across the field, the first thing we're going to do, and I'm just going to talk through it with Sam here. If I get a drag across the field, the number 1 no-no of people, linebackers especially, because I've been there and I've coached it a few days, is they will step downhill. Only time you step downhill is in the run game. If you step downhill in the pass game, in your pattern reads, they're gonna kill you, bud, behind you. They're going to pick you apart. Can't happen. You can't step downhill. We will not step downhill. You take a run step. If 2 drags across the field, here's our rule. If 2 drags across the field right now, 1, we're going to communicate. If I'm that Sam right here and I run step, and I get a drag across the field, and it is hi-hat pass, I'm going to communicate, drag, and automatically I'm going to open to 1. My attention's going to come to 1 right now. My eyes are going to shoot to 1. Okay? If my corner out here does not communicate in. If he's not communicating that, okay? When I get a drag, if that corner's not saying in, I'm just going to peek at that 1. If he's not telling me in, I want to see my linebackers, and we do this on air every work day in practice. He gets a drag, okay? Drag. I'm going to peek at him. If I don't hear in, I want to see those hips just whip right now. And our terminology we use is get a drag, got a drag. If you get a drag, you fixing to get a drag, okay? If I got a drag, Sam, I'm fixing to get 1. Coach Johnson, probably some of that communist stuff. All that stuff they do, all right? It's going to happen. So, we got to overtake that. He became my 2 then. And we work that every day in practice. If you get a drag, you're going to get a drag. It's just a terminology we use, and y'all may have a higher tech way of saying it, but that's all I know right there. Alright? If he gets a drag, we get a drag, got a drag. If he gets a drag, of course that can happen. He gets a drag here, and I'm running over my lines there. I'm going to go over one more thing there, and then... that's it. I'll go over trips. If you get trips, I don't care if it's trade, whatever. Everybody names formations, high-tech names. I call them Bill Hyde School. I call it what it is. I can't call it Ace and Dallas and all. I don't know what that is. But I'll say this right here. If you got trade, I don't know if you can see that. What we tell our wheel linebacker now, we will bow our backers some to things like that, and I'll go into that. No, I won't go into it. I ain't got time. Our Mike, Wheel, Sam will split 2 in the end man on the line of scrimmage. Okay? Our wheel linebacker, if he don't have a number 2 right now, what we tell our wheel is his number 2 is gone. It's just like he's drugged across the field. That's the way I explain it to him. Your number 2 is invisible. He's drugged across the field. So what do our guys do when they get a drag? He automatically, if he gets high hat in his pass, he's going to peek at 1 right now. Okay? If he's not getting an in, he's going to whirl his hips back around, and for sure, according to who we're playing, what they're doing, he's going to get his eyes back around for a drag backside. And that's the way we're going to play that. And we play trips different ways, different calls, whatever, but his rule's the same. His rules, he's a 2-player, he's a 3-player, he's got to carry 3 because he's going to try to split our safeties. And we play it different ways, but the basic rules of cover 2 is the same. Sam and Wheels, a 2-player, Mike's a 3-player, and that don't change. And then I harp on that every day. We pattern read everything according to what people's doing, and